Hello, world, and welcome to May. It is now May 2nd, Tuesday, just a little before midnight Mountain Daylight Time. And been very, very busy getting decodes done. So I wanted to finish. I'm a bit behind this week on getting those out so we can get a little slow getting those out. So I'm focusing on that this week. But let me first go over my schedule of interviews for May into June. So next Monday at noon, I'll be back on Brad Woosney. On Tuesday the 9th, the following day at 5 p.m., we'll have a Canadian community chat again. And Joanne, one of the Canadian coordinators, will be running that. The supervisor, Annie, for Canada is having to be called away for family situations. Please pray for her situations. Thank you. Wednesday the 10th, I'll be on a new platform, Sabrina Hartman Barnes, which is 5D Gamma, and that'll be at noon. Then the following day, the 11th, Thursday, I'll be doing a Q&A at 6:30 on deep dives. And then the following week, I'll be on Nicholas Vinyamin, and I'm going to produce, I've already got it ready, a bullet point over Jasara, Nasara, XRP, and all of that kind of stuff. There's been a lot of misinformation and disinformation, and I wanted to clarify in the muddied waters. So that'll be at 1 p.m. on Monday the 15th. Also, prior to that, on the same day, on the Monday the 15th, I'll be on with Lemmy, one of the world supervisors for service, on Global Men's Club. He had a sabbatical and had some very stunning realizations for young men and young people all over the world. And so he and I will be going to various platforms to talk about his realization and to help the young people develop into full people, into having full lives. So that'll be again Monday the 15th. On the 16th, on the 17th, I'm going to be recording a few items. So we're going to do another Gene Unscripted, surprise for you all. And I'll also be recording number 10 of the Energy Decodes, the True Science section. And this one is very important. This is going to tie all of the deep state narratives together. This will be part 1 of 2. So it'll be the first part, and the second part will be late in the month or June. And so Kevin and I will be doing this, ties the green energy and Ukraine and all the banking and the CBDC and everything together. It's a stunning series of things we're going to present there. So don't miss that one. We'll record it on that day, and it should air very shortly the next day or two live stream. And I'll be on that. Usually I can that way I can attend the live chat that's going on during the time I'm actually talking. It allows for more flexibility and for me to share more information during the live stream when I couldn't do that if I'm actually reading. So that's why we do it that way. The Thursday, the 18th, or excuse me, let me see the next thing. Sorry about that. So that'll take us, I don't have anything further scheduled for interviews yet in May. There'll be a few surprise things coming up, but except for the very end of the month. On Tuesday, the 30th at noon, I'm back on Indigo Indie, and I'm looking forward to that. She took me down rabbit holes I have not been able to share with the world. So please join Indigo Indie and I on noon Mountain Daylight Time on the 30th. Then on the 1st of June at 2:30, I'll be on Taino Galactic Talk again. And Lemmy will accompany me again for Down Under, Standing Tall with Matt. That'll be Monday the 5th, Mountain Daylight Time. That's noon. You'll have to check the day and the time to get it in Australia because they're on a different day and time completely. And I'm also hoping to have Lemmy accompany me on the 7th of Wednesday, in which he'll be talking about more of his items and materials in Africa. with Dr. Martin. It depends on Dr. Martin. That'll be at 10 a.m. on June the 7th. Then a new platform will be on Tuesday the 13th at 3 p.m. is Brock's platform, Life, Liberty, Pursue Happiness. And then we'll have another surprise unscripted. We'll record on Wednesday the 14th. And I think that's all I've currently got scheduled into the schedule so far. So for decodes coming this month and on into June, the Admiral Byrd took a life of its own. The part 3 of the Hollow Earth. I felt it was necessary to cover how they look at the Deva and the elementals and life, and that everything is alive and their communion with every living thing. And so I went into a bunch of information besides Admiral Byrd, which will be at the end. And I'm looking at possibly putting in some clips of different items of still images that were found. And so I'm communicating with our editor D on that. So I did today record a new type of situation update with the UK supervisor for BFS, James, and I just did an off-the-cuff situation update, kind of on the fly, just talking about things, nearly 3 hours long, or maybe slightly over that, because his first question was, so take us from where everything started. So that would be your answer, so went through all of that all the way up to, and a little bit into the future of the situation going on in Ukraine and all of that, how that's going to go on. I'm working currently on finishing the edit on reincarnation. We should have that recorded shortly. And from there, I'm going to do a whole bunch more editing of ones that are already ready, just for me to edit, and then we will record them and get them up. So that'll be Flat Earth, Soul Trap, Flat Earth, and another one, the Soul Trap, and then another health site chat on minerals and various other things. We may have 2 on health site chat this month, one at the beginning, or middle, early beginning, and then one towards the end. And then the Ukraine part 3, the NAZI tie-in in Ukraine. That's part 3, and towards the end of the month or into June, we'll have part 4 of the Maidan coup. So this is very important because Bakhmut is 90% taken. It means the tunnel systems too. And I went into that on the situation update today. We're also having an installment on edible plants by Marie, which is we're coming into the spring. So planting season's here. So we're going to look at more on electroculture, but we're going to, as soon as I finish editing it, record about tomatoes. And we have a short decode done by one of the Canadian coordinators. That's the Brunson case. So those will all be coming fairly regularly throughout the month. And into next month will be near the beginning, I'm hoping, or middle of June, will be part 1 of Bechegi Mountain, and possibly part 2, the Jesus Years. That one's going to be very exciting. So, and then again, remember, we're going to finish the tie-in for the energy decode for the complete narrative connection. Also, I'm hoping to get another decode read in with Susie Q of Besides the Flat Earth. She is the one that put that together, in June, the Alien Codex. I'm looking forward to that one. And then we are going to have some of the very first Pampered Pet section ones done by Hope. So those will be coming towards the end of May and into June. And of course, the unscripted and the archives remixes will continue. There's a lot of people enjoying those, so Dee will continue to put those out. There's already part 4 done, and so he will continue to get those out for everybody. Excuse me, part 5 done. And his gaming decodes are excellent. If you haven't checked them, there's a lot of new materials I didn't get in my monthly projection at the beginning of last month of April. So check deep dives. There's many new items that D and the BFS has been getting up, quite a few things. If you haven't seen the Deva unscripted items of the Unicorn, the Deva Kingdom, as well as the Dragons one, of course, the first one. Definitely watch those. They're well worth it, and a lot of really excellent information. And if you haven't checked out the lessons section of the Book of Five Rings, is complete now. So that's really excellent. And then, of course, the True Science section, all of the previous 9 are already up there. And then into the world government, Titanic 1 and 2, the various Ukraine decodes we've already got, the plan to save the world via time travel, and the 4 pillars of Satan are really excellent ones to review if you have, or see them if you haven't seen them yet. And I'm hoping to do some household tips. As many people know, I'm working on my finishing of my basement, and I'm going to have things about how to put down subfloor Schluter, subfloor and self-leveling systems, and the taping and the porcelain, putting down tiling and all of that. So I'll do filming of my hands working and actually talking and showing how those things are done. And then we're talking to BFS about we're having our own Bible study now as 3 people at a time. We're talking about that opening up to the world if there's an interest. So if you have an interest, let the BFS team know. Also know the BFS website is fully functional now. So we're going to be loading up hundreds of more items on there, but you can contact the BFS team, put in your location and your local coordinator for your area. If you try to do that more than a couple times, you'll get kicked out and you won't be able to do it anymore. So please only pick one location and that's it. And then you can also contact me there if you want to schedule an interview. I don't promote product. I don't sell product. I don't promote product. The way I make what I can to support 2 websites is through the deep dive, $7 a month or $77 a year. So I want to thank you all for continuing to follow me and to learn the truth and to get the truth and to share what I put out with the entire world. I really appreciate, we'll get what I put up on Rumble or on social media. Please share that with the entire world. The deep dives some of it's on Rumble, and all of those on Rumble, you're welcome to share them. The Jesus Christ invocation is in many languages and is available. And then Love to Serve, the Europe supervisor, has affirmations. Those are on deep dives and also on Rumble. So those are very powerful. We recommend that you do, once you start the program, do those every day for 49 days or 7 weeks of 7 days. You can just play them and play them and play them, and it'll change your life. It's a prayer to God to bring change into your life. And of course, God always answers that. So thank you, everybody. Love and blessings, and have a beautiful spring. God bless.